Hello Brownies, welcome back to A World of Girls. It's your story, tell it. Over the past couple of meetings, we've been working to earn 4 awards. Those awards are Hear a Story, Change a Story, Tell a Story, and A Better World for Girls. At this point, we have learned a couple of different ways to tell a story. We might tell stories with sock puppets, or we might make another type of puppet like our fun, fuzzy pencil toppers. Or we might read the story, or just tell the story from memory. We have also learned that girls all over the world hear stories that help them find clues of ways to make the world better. So let's take another look at the places that we have gone, the stories we have heard, and the clues that we have found in our stories. We started our journey in Korea, where we heard the folktale Gold Axe, Silver Axe. Our clue to make a world better in that story was the power of honesty and kindness. We then packed our suitcase and headed to Greece to hear the fable, The Lion and the Mouse. In that story, we found a lot of clues about making the world better. We learned that even if we are small, we can make a difference. We also learned that being kind and gracious is honorable. And finally, we learned that even those who appear to be unlikely friends just may be the best friends. Today, we are going to hear one more story and learn a few other ways to tell a story. For this story, we are heading back from Greece to the United States for the story 100 Dresses by Eleanor Etsy. In this story, I want you to listen for clues about how to make the world better, but I also want you to listen for clues about how you can use your strengths to make the world better. Our play today is a live actor play. It can be found on YouTube and was created by Rebecca Bryan.
Wanda wasn't at school on Monday, but nobody noticed. She wasn't to school on Tuesday either, and no one noticed except Bill Bryan, who sat in the seat behind her and could now wrap his legs around her empty desk. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie noticed. Peggy was the prettiest girl in the class. She sat up front and did all her work on time. Maddie was her friend. She liked to do what Peggy did. The girls noticed because they had waited for her on the way to school. They wanted to have some fun with her, but she didn't come. It was a little game they had going.
We're gonna be late, but she didn't come.
You see, Wanda wore the same faded blue dress every day, and then she told us a crazy thing, that she had 100 dresses. Yes, that's when it all started.
This is my favorite kind of day. Look at Cecile.
Come on, Wanda, I have to open the doors and ring the bell.
No, I want to stay here. What? I got 100 dresses in my closet. 100? Hey kids, this girl's got 100 dresses.
Who has 100 dresses?
I have though.
Wanda has 100 dresses? Where are they then?
In my closet. Oh, you don't wear them to school? No, for parties. Why don't you wear them to school? 100 of them, lined up in my closet. Oh, I see. The child has 100 dresses, but she wouldn't wear them to school. Perhaps she's afraid of getting chalk or ink on them? Goodbye, Wanda. Your 100 dresses are beautiful.
She even told them she had 60 pair of shoes. 60 pair? Can you imagine? And so every day they'd wait for Wanda and ask her about her dresses.
Hey Wanda, tell us about your dresses.
They wouldn't have teased her so if she hadn't made up such ridiculous stories. A week went by and Wanda still didn't return to school. And as each day passed, Maddie felt even worse.
Okay, class, I need you to get your history books out.
Maddie didn't know what to do. That was until the coloring contest.
I can't wait to find out who won the coloring contest. Me too, of course. You'll win. I hope so. Look, Peg, this looks like the blue dress Wanda told us about. Yeah, and here's that green one. Boy, I thought I could draw.
Class, I need everyone to take their seats. It's time to announce the winners of the drawing contest. First, I'll announce the boys' winner. That is Jack Beagle for his outboard motorboat hanging next door in room 12. Can everybody give Jack a hand? Okay, go ahead and have a seat, Jack. Okay, as for the girls, one girl actually drew 100 dresses. All different colors, all different shapes, and all beautiful. And I'd like to announce that that winner is Wanda Petronsky. Unfortunately, Wanda has been gone for several days. Is there anyone in our class that would be willing to take her medal to her house? Maddie and Peggy, would you two girls take it?
I think that's where the Petronskys live. Come on, let's go. Hello? That must have been where Wanda kept her dresses. Well, she's gone now. What can we do? Dear Wanda, how are you? Your dresses were very pretty. Do you like where you live now? Do you like your teacher?
It wasn't the apology she meant to send, but it was a start.
Class, I have a surprise. I have received a letter from a former student. Wanda Petronsky has written us all a letter. Dear Miss Mason, how are you in room 13?
Please tell the girls they can keep those 100 dresses. I have 100 new ones all lined up in my closet. I'd like Peggy to have the green one with the red trim and Maddie to have the blue.
Wanda taught me an important lesson that day about forgiveness.
Can you believe Wanda gave us these amazing pictures? Yeah, this shows you really liked us. I hope so.
Smiled and laughed, running through the tall green grass, saving up our love.
She'd drawn those dresses for us, even when we hadn't deserved them. I made a vow that night to always try to understand people wherever and whenever I could. I have charity and love for everyone, no matter where they live or what they wear. I've kept that drawing for 60 years as a reminder. I've kept that vow too. At least I think I have.
So we searched for hearts aflame till the day we went our separate ways. Friend, till we meet again and together face the end. Burning through the dark like the shooting star will mark the blackness of the sky. Flame will flower fire in our hearts, fire raging like the sun, till the race is run. And when the fight is done, we will smile like we did when we were children.
So now let's talk about the clues we found in our story today. What can we learn from Maddie? Maddie is afraid to speak up. She is afraid that she will be bullied, so she doesn't stand up for Wanda. In the end, she does write Wanda a nice letter, but she still feels bad. What could she have changed in the story to make the world better? What stopped her? How did she ultimately make the world better? If you said that she could have stood up for Wanda in the beginning, you are correct, but she didn't stand up because she did not have the confidence in herself to do so. But if she had stood up for Wanda, she likely would have made a new friend, and maybe she would have felt more comfortable being herself with that friend. In the end, Maddie does change to have charity and love for everyone, regardless of their differences. Now let's talk about Wanda. How does she use her strengths to make the world better? Wanda is a fantastic artist, and while she is very poor, she uses her strengths to change her story by sharing beauty with the world and making the world better. Wanda, much like our little mouse in our last story, appears small and maybe even insignificant, but we see that both have the ability to make a difference. So, to earn our last 2 awards, you will need to find your inner confidence to inspire others to change a story and then tell it, and show what it means to be a part of a world of girls. To earn our Tell a Story award, you will need the Tell a Story worksheet. Using that worksheet and thinking about our last story, The 100 Dresses, decide how you can change the story to make it better, and make it better for our world of girls. Then you will need to share that story. For our Better World for Girls award, we will need the Express Your Best worksheet and your confidence to tell a story in a whole new way. So how will you tell your story of change? Maybe through a puppet show? You learn to make sock puppets and pencil top puppets as well. And we included a link in the materials to make paper dolls and transform them into stick puppets. The paper dolls came to us from the Tomcat Studio, and you can find that link on our materials page. Or maybe you'll want to act it out, like the play we saw today. Or maybe you'll create a dance, or sing a song, or maybe you'll paint a picture, or even draw a picture. Think about your strengths and what you like, then use your strengths and resources wisely to tell your story of change and share it. Finally, to earn our Better Place for Girls award, we are going to create a story quilt. A story can be told in many formats, as we have learned throughout our journey. The last way we will learn about is the story quilt. A quilt is typically pieces of fabric that are sewn together and tell a story. Faith Ringgold is a famous fiber artist who creates story quilts, such as the one shown here, titled Church Picnic. You can learn more about her by reading her profile that was included in the program materials. Our story quilt is going to tell the story of making a better world for girls by telling the story of our strengths. For this final piece of the project, you will need a 6x6 quilt square. Your quilt square can be fabric, foam, paper, or even sidewalk chalk. You will also need the Express Your Best worksheet that was included in the program materials. This worksheet will help you to determine the strengths that you want to include in our quilt. Once you make your quilt piece, email it or snail mail it to us at GSCM. Our email address is membercare@gscm.org. Our physical address is Girl Scouts of Central Maryland, Attention Program Team, 4806 Seton Drive, Baltimore, Maryland, 21215. Once we receive our pieces of our story quilt, we'll put them all together to create one big story that tells about our strengths. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have enjoyed our journey.